Very good. We're looking for someone to replace that one and that one. So, and this is where you're going to start. You're going to start in your hometown in Transylvania County, or if you live in Jackson County. Thank you very much for sharing. Is this Mrs.? Okay. Would you like to say a few words? He said it all. That's great. Good for you. Okay. Who wants to take the mic the next go around? Come on down.
I don't want to take the mic, but could somebody tell me what exactly is the Apollo Alliance?
The Apollo Alliance. The Apollo Alliance. Can you tell what it is, Jim? Okay.
Hi, I'm Jim Mueller. I'm one of the vice chairs of the Republican Party. The Apollo Alliance is a group of people that the President has put together. It consists of the SEIU, that's the Service Employees International Union. They gave him $26 million during the last election. It's also, part of that group is ARP. I'm a member of ARP. I didn't know that. I just found out recently ARP is also involved with the Apollo group. How many of y'all are in ARP?
Yeah, we dropped out. We dropped out.
Okay, well, I'm going to be dropping out, but I write them notes, and you remember earlier in the year, back in March, we were getting things from the guy Barry Jackson and Bill Wilson saying, make sure you get your representatives to vote for this health care thing. Well, it turns out ARP is part of this group, and they were pushing for the health care reform thing, and you know, when you wonder why they wanted to do it so fast, now we know, because when you get to look at it, it isn't as good as it sounded. And then when you read the little fine print in there, like when you need 1,017 pages to print up a bill, you gotta do that to hide a bunch of junk in it, which they got in there. So now that people are taking a look at it, and it doesn't look so good. One of the things that I read the other day, you all heard of Charlie Rangel. That's the congressman from New York that's got all, seems to have forgotten to put all this stuff down on his tax form and how much money he's got and taken in, and now he just redid it. Left off another $3 million of stuff he had that he hadn't filed before. And they've been investigating this man for over a year. So now here it is, one congressman they're investigating for over a year, and they want to do ARP in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks. And you say, why can't you do a congressman in a year, and you can do this, you want to do this stuff in 2-3 months? One of the things that really bugs me, our president has gone around the world apologizing for our country. I don't know how many of you were born before 1940, but I was born in 1933. I just turned 76. At the end of 1943, Adolf Hitler had taken over the entire continent of Europe. He was pushing on the door in Leningrad. He almost had Russia. He had every other country over there, all the Norwegian country, Norway, and all those areas were all under the control of the Germans. And then we had the Japanese over on the other side, and they had a lot of the Pacific area. And you know the country that freed them? It was the primary country that freed all of those people. It was the United States of America. And we've left over a couple 100,000 boys buried over in Europe and around the world defending the freedom of these people. And our president has the nerve to go over there and apologize to those people for what the hell he's done. When you were born in 1961, there's a whole lot of stuff you don't know about this country. I can remember when a Coke was a nickel and so was an ice cream cone. And then when ice cream cones went to a dime, you still got 2 dips for 15 cents.
Gas was 25 cents a gallon.
I can remember a lot of this stuff. But our country, all we've ever done is provide free. I mean, we've helped the rest of the world remain free, You know, we busted up the Russian thing after the war, freed Poland and Czechoslovakia, which is now Czech, and Slovakia, and all those countries. And we've pretty much been the one standard bearer around the world that has freed all these people. You know, and we haven't invaded any of these countries. All we've done is try and free them. And that's what we are. And this guy goes over there and apologizes. Somebody passed this out.
Yeah, we fed a lot of them too.
Huh?
We fed a lot of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, another thing, there was I forget the name of the plan, but Harry Truman did it. The Marshall Plan. You know, we were giving them stuff over there to rebuild their countries, to get their economies back up. And I can remember I went to school over in France in 1957, and when you're on the train going down the road, it says, Yankees go home. I mean, so you know that you know how many Frenchmen it takes to defend Paris? Nobody knows because they never tried it, you know. So we've been over there and we freed that country a couple of times, and so you know, so we go over there and do all this stuff, and I think people resent us for helping them, but we're the ones that did it, and we didn't ask for anything in return. As one of our generals said, all we want is a little bit of ground to bury our dead people, which are over there. So that's the only thing we've ever taken from anybody over there. The paper that handed out, there's some important stuff on here. Having a balanced budget, I think, is kind of important. Now, granted, the Republicans screwed this up as much as anybody, but we need to find Republicans that believe in the balance. But you know, saying you do it and you're going to do it are two different things. We need Republicans that actually act like Republicans. We talked about being energy free for 40 years. And where are we buying oil from? We're buying it from the Arabs. We're buying it from a whole bunch of people. We have our own oil. We always have our own oil rigs out in the Gulf doing that. So absolutely. So anyway, I've talked long enough. Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of the oil, I just want to mention, folks aren't aware of it. We just gave Brazil $2 billion so they can drill off of Brazil. So we won't give Americans money to drill off of Alaska.
Yeah, that's right. And the biggest stockholder in Brazil, George Soros, who's a funder of the Democratic Party, is the biggest shareholder in Brazil at one of these oil companies down there.
He's also under progressive insurance. If anybody buys insurance, you're donating to George Soros.
Yeah. Okay.
Lot of good points.
Okay, thank you all.
All right, somebody else. Yes, come on down, Ron. You got a question for one of these representatives that represent us?
I ain't got no talk here, really, but right here on this 912 project,
Right.
they left out drilling oil in the United States. Unless I believe more for make it, it depends on going over to Travis Airport for the energy plant, power to make it crazy. All the message. Resources for the nuclear, natural gas, coal, and homeland ready.
Okay, they can't hear what you're saying back there, Mr. Shepard.
You can add to that. Did you send that to your representatives? You can add.
Beck commented on this. He said that he had left out oil because he took it for granted that people would know that. And he also left out czars in the next paragraph because he thought they would be aware of that too.